So in August, I did a no spend challenge where I went the whole month without buying anything except the necessities, and I didn't even buy groceries. So I saved about $600, and I was a little bit financially irresponsible for the following 2 months. So for November, I decided I'm gonna do this challenge again. So right now, I'm gonna buy a big batch of groceries and fill up my tank. 2 days from now, I will start my challenge. So let's go. It just sucks that it's a rainy day today. I hate driving in the rain. And now I'm gonna go to Aldi to get groceries. They have good prices. I'm trying to spend as little money as possible. So, yeah. Nice. Spent a little bit more money than I wanted to, but you know, that's okay. That should hopefully get me mostly through November. Yeah, I'm gonna be back with November and I start my no spend month, and I'm gonna do some food prepping and give tips on how to save money, and I'll let you guys know how it's going, how I'm doing. See you then. So it is November 3rd and my no spend month isn't off to the best start. I had to lend someone money, plus I had all these bills that got paid, which I was expecting that, plus I'm already out of gas. I was going to start this vlog with doing some food prepping, which I am going to do, but I am feeling very lazy and not in the mood to cook. So I have a feeling it's going to be a rough month because I just haven't been feeling like cooking lately, and so far everything I eat is just like grab and go stuff like granola bars, Pop-Tarts, waffles. I haven't been eating very healthy, so I'm going to try to make some healthy meals right now. So let's do that. So I'm not really meal prepping to like save money. It's more so because since part of my challenge is not going to the grocery store and using just what I already have, that means I have to do a lot of cooking. So it just helps me if I have a day off, I just get a bunch of cooking done and save it for later. And then when I'm ready to eat another day, I just have something ready. Got stir fry rice and some quinoa. I don't think brown rice is meant for fried rice. It's not that great. Disappointing. Next, I'm making quinoa salad. So we're gonna put this in the container I'll be storing it in. Lots of pepper, lots of salt, onion, garlic, and a whole lot of cumin. This doesn't come out good, so I'm gonna take the lid off of this. Sprinkle it in there. Lots of cumin. We love the stuff. A little lemon. Give her a good mix. Oh, then we're also adding tomatoes and cucumber. Needs more of everything. I'm sad to say this didn't turn out good either. It tastes like soap. I've made this like a million times and it's never tasted this way. I don't know what it is, so I'm bummed. Okay, well that was all kinds of disappointing, but I tried. Not everything turned out bad, and by that I mean the sandwiches were fine. Anyway, I'm gonna go drink my Aldi electrolyte drink while reading my Stephen King book from the library, which is my next tip, that if you're on a budget and you love reading books, stop going to Barnes & Nobles and the bookstores. Go to the library. Literally free books. So yeah, I'm off to reading land. I also refill my water bottles because it's better for the environment and you save money. Okay, it is day 14 of my no spend challenge and I've been doing pretty good. But the one thing is I do have a gym membership and you might think, oh, cancel it to save money, but instead I'm going to actually use it. So today I am going to the gym. I want to try to be more diligent about it because otherwise I'm just throwing money away. So let's do this. Well, it is now December, my no spend month is complete, and let's just say it was an utter failure, kinda. I did my best, but unfortunately there were some expenses. I had to lend money to someone a couple times, I had a wedding to go to, so I needed to buy an outfit and give them money as a gift. And that's the thing about life and about no spend months is things are unpredictable. It's kind of hard to vow to yourself that you're not going to spend unnecessarily because things come up. And that's one of the lessons I have learned. I'm going to share some of the things that this month has taught me. But first, let me share with you the verdict. So I know I said it was an utter failure, but I did spend less money than the previous month. I spent less than $1,000, which is pretty good. So despite lending money and the wedding stuff, I did pretty good at not buying things. I didn't buy many groceries. I bought some things here or there. I'll admit I bought a couple Starbucks drinks. But that's the thing. You gotta set goals and define your limits when it comes to doing a no spend month. Are you gonna have a cheat day? Are you gonna say, I'm not gonna eat out or buy Starbucks or anything all month? Or are you gonna say, I'll do it once a month, or something like that. Maybe I'll have a couple days that I treat myself to a Starbucks or whatever. It doesn't have to just be a no spend month where you don't spend any money on anything except for necessities. It could just be something like, I'm not going to spend money on coffee this month, or whatever the thing is that you spend a lot of money on. You might just be deciding to cut back on that. So another tip is to do a lot of budgeting and keep track of your spending. If you have a banking app on your phone, I would use that because they come with some useful tools. I use PNC. It shows me a calendar of everything I spent and all the money that I received. And then it has another feature where it tells me how much I spent that much, and then it goes through groceries, automobile, health, stuff like that, different categories, and it tells you how much you spent on those. It's easy to see where you're spending money, which can help you decide how you want to cut back. So one thing I learned is that if you're going to do a no spend month, set yourself up for success by planning to do it at a month where you're not going to have to spend a lot of money. So if you know Christmas is coming up, maybe don't try to do a no spend challenge in December. You're going to end up spending money on Christmas presents, and then you're going to be disappointed and feel like you failed at the no spend month. So basically my plan is I'm going to try again in January. So maybe if you want to do a dry January, except instead of cutting out alcohol, you cut out, spending, although it's also a good idea to cut out alcohol. That saves you money and is good for your liver. And the holiday season is over. Not a whole lot of stuff to spend money on. Plus tax season is coming up, so soon, well, I guess you might have to pay taxes. I usually get a tax return. That is good. Basically, I learned that it's an example of quality over quantity. Instead of spending as little money as possible, maybe think about finding more balance, and the money you do spend it on quality things. You might try to cut costs by buying clothing from Temu or something, but that clothing is going to cost you in the long run because it's garbage. So if you need a pair of shoes, get some good ones that are going to last. And same with food. I've decided that going forward, instead of just trying to buy as few groceries as possible and surviving off of yogurt, granola bars, waffles, and Pop-Tarts from the Dollar Tree, I want to spend my money on quality food particularly, try to eat more produce and incorporate healthy food into my diet. In the long run, it'll help me stay healthy, which will limit my medical expenses. So I might spend more on groceries by doing that, but in the long run, it's good for me. And, I can always do what I did in the start of this video, which is go to Aldi to buy some healthier food. So that's what is coming up. Instead of no spend, I'm going to try to do no junk food. I was experiencing chest pains the other day after drinking a lot of caffeine and eating some cookies, and it made me think I should cut back on this kind of stuff. So that might be my next challenge. I might make a video on cutting out sweets or caffeine or something like that. Let me know if there's some kind of challenge you think I should try, and maybe I'll do it. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I also hope that you'll hit that like button and subscribe while you're at it. Alright, well, I will see you in my next video. Have a magical day, everyone. Bye bye.